Hello guys, my name is Vandana Brambhat and I am a student at Palm and Pine Yoga Studio. Right now I'm in a teacher training program there. So today I'm going to do prenatal yoga class. Generally we have to do vinyasa flow and alignment flow, but this is kind of mix of I'm not going I'm not able to do like very active poses right now. I'm 32 weeks pregnant, so I chose this one. I follow 5 Park Yoga channel on YouTube, and especially Erin Sampson, and today I use her poses and language, and I'm going to use this pamphlet, written pamphlet. English is not my first language, so this kind of helped me to pronounce good English. I hope so. So, what it feels like to be pregnant and all of the changes that happen in the body throughout pregnancy. Today, what we are going to focus on hip opening and strengthening, low back release and abdominal strengthening. Throughout the entire practice, we are going to focus a lot on breathing. So we are going to do some different pranayams. Breathing is a great for any yoga practice in general and so beneficial for labor. That's what I heard. This class is being, I don't know, depends my poses today. So we are going to start in a seated position. So if you are feeling really tight in a hips and hip, like really bad back pain, feel free to use any prop here, like a block. I don't have any blocks. I'm at home, so I'm using a cushion here. So that's to promote a nice tall spine. Before we start our practice today, go ahead and bring your hands onto your belly. Touch your baby. Close your eyes. I'm not going to close, I have to read. We are going to begin to connect to our own body and breath, as well as connect to your baby and what's happening in your body. Maybe you can feel your baby. I can feel my baby. As you begin to deepen your breath, connect to an intention. Breathe in that intention. So breathe in something that you want for yourself, for your baby, for your body. Maybe just for this specific practice. And as you exhale, breathe out something that is not serving you. If you have any apprehension or fear or any sort of distraction, see if you can let that go out through breath. Again, this will be a good practice for you when you are going to labor. Coming back to the breath and connecting into your thoughts and what's happening in your mind and what you want versus what you don't need, what you can let go of. Take 3 rounds of breathing here through your nose. As As you exhale, release your hands to the earth. Go ahead and place your hands behind your hips. Tend your finger. Now go ahead and begin to lift your chest. Lift your gaze open. We are going to take a side bend on each side. So reach your arms up overhead. Breathe in and breathe out. Come off to your left. Reach up and over with your right arm. Some nice stretch. Come to the center and switch the side. Come back to the center. Release your hands down and make your way to a tabletop position here. Find a long neutral spine. Crown of your head in line with your tailbone. And let's take some cat and cow. Continuing to warm up the spine as you breathe in. Release your baby down toward the floor and lift the crown of your head. As you breathe out, round your spine, contract your core, drop your baby in, up chin to the chest, and again. With your breath. And come back to that neutral tabletop position. So we are going to build some mobility here in the hips as well as strength. So first, extend your right leg straight out behind you, hips level, and always continue to draw your core, your abdominal muscle tighten. Draw your baby up toward your spine. If you feel balanced, you can lift your left arm straight out in front of you and keep your neck long. Hold here, breathing in for breathing in and out throughout your nose. In last breathing, with your hand either extended or on your mat, just going to draw your knee in and round your spine. Building some strength in your core, some movement in your hips. Hopefully a little bit of release in your lower back as you round your spine, or you can do with your arm as well, bringing elbow toward the knee. Last time, if your arm is lifted, release it down to your mat. Bend your legs so it's 90-degree angle, and then go ahead and just lift your knee so it's in a line with your hip. Release your knee back down, but don't touch your mat. Just lift and lower. Breathe in, breathe out. Last time. Now we are going to make some circle here. Just circle your knee. You are building a lot of strength in your glutes right now. This will help keep you stable in your pelvis. Extend your legs straight out behind you again. And now bring it to the right in line with your hip. Take your heel behind your toes. So we are going to take some stretch here. So you can tuck your toes under if you would like. Your left toes under. Bring your hip to your heel. Walk your hands forward. You can stay here or want a more stretch. You can go further, but I'm comfortable here. I'm going to do some balance here. If your belly is big right now and you need a little more space, feel free to bring your left knee off to the left, allowing your baby to come down toward your mat. Exhale here. Bring hands back up. If your toes are tucked, foot flat to the floor, and just give yourself a little push off your hand so you come all the way to kneeling position. But keep your right leg extended out to the side. From here we are going to take another side stretch. So lift your arms up overhead and then bring your right hand and side it down your right leg, stretching through your left side. This is called gate pose. I really like this pose. I'm going to do this way. If it's like uncomfortable, to your toes to the side, like do the stretch here. If it's uncomfortable, do like this. Bring both arms up overhead, and then you are going to bring your left hand either to the floor or to block, and you are going to lift your right leg. Actually, I'm not going to do it. So lift your right leg up, so we're building strength and stability in the hips, but I'm not going to do that pose. You all feel free to do it. So that way, like the glutes, higher legs, there is more stability here. You can build more stability there. Release back and come back to the tabletop position here. So we are going to do all of this movement on the other side, just to even out our right and left side, like when we do right. So we are going to do left side. So go ahead and extend your left leg out behind you. Level your hips, flex your toes down toward the floor. Level your hips, flex your toes down toward the floor, and just be mindful that you are not like collapsing your chest down. So stay strong in your shoulder. So then again, option if you feel balance or stable. Balance by bringing your right arm straight out in front of you. Take another breath here. Same thing. Your two options, either hand to the floor or elbow to knee. Like, I'm not going to do that. And round your spine, your choice. Focus on connecting your breath into your movement. Remember, you are going to build strength in your core, mobility in your hip, maybe release in your low back as you round your spine. Continue to hug your baby, tighten up your core. You can have your arm extended straight forward in spine balance and release it down toward the floor if it's not there already. Now bend your left leg so it comes to a 90-degree angle. And flex your foot back. You're going to just bring the leg straight out to the side so your inner thighs parallel to the floor, and then you are going to lift and lower. Focus on the strength you're building in your glutes, your hips. So I skipped the circling that we did in a first, that we did in the right side, like I'm comfortable in that position. So put my left leg to the side. Walk your hip back to your heel and hands forward. And again, if your belly is just big, just scoot your right leg off to the side so you have a room to take this stretch, and you can do like a triangle here, like a straight hand triangle. Walk your hand back up. Take that foot flat to the floor. Come to the kneeling positions with your right hip over your right knee and take a deep pose in this side. So again, you can have your toes pointing. Left hand and slide it down to your left leg, like right arm up and over. Hug your belly in as you breathe in, feel your ribs expanding. on your right side. Keep your shoulder in line with your hip. Breathe in, breathe out. Come all the way back up. Come to the so there is another modification here, like come all the way back up or both are up overhead. If you need to give yourself little push off your leg and then bring your hand to a block on the floor, your choice. And you're going to start lift your left leg up off the floor. This is a essentially modified side plank, so I'm not going to do that, it's optional. So just give yourself a little so off the floor so you can come all the way back up. I'm already in a like tabletop position right now. So come and make your way to a downward facing dog. Tuck your toes under. Start to a downward facing dog. I make a wider and start pedal your feet. Sorry, I have to mention one thing. So in a tabletop position, you can do like a side to side some movement, or I make a extra like mobility gait for gait. I add gait pose and everything because I like gait pose. Sorry. So in a downward facing dog, tuck your toes under, start to pedal your feet. So sometimes in a yoga practice, you can actually forget about your core. So that's why we gives lot of reminders. But I think when you're pregnant, you have to be aware of your core, your baby, because otherwise it's uncomfortable for your spine. So just continue to just hug your baby, draw your belly button back toward your spine, tighten up all those muscles that are holding your baby. Take one more breath here and then walk your hands back toward your feet. While you walk your hand, bend your legs a lot. Come into the rug doll and you can take your legs as wide as you need so that your belly can rest between your legs. Right now I'm using a lot of wider legs. So opposite hand, side to side rolling. So this time just focus on your back side of your body, elongation in your spine as you dangle. Feel your hamstrings start to open up. One more breath. All right hands down toward the earth. Start to roll slowly up to a standing position. Keep a slight bend in your legs. Let your arm dangle. Your head is going to be the last thing that arrives. So here, so now we are going to do breaths to movement exercise. So take your feet a little bit wider than hip distance apart, and take your toes out to a slight angle so that your knee and your toes are in one line. Breathe in, lift your arms up. Take your gaze up toward your fingertips. You are expanding the capacity of your lungs. Lifting your chest. Lift your gaze. I'm going to do this. That will not look funny. Lift your gaze and then take your gaze up toward your fingertips. You are expanding the capacity of your lungs. Lifting your chest. Lift your gaze. And then as you breathe, you are going to come halfway down with a flat back. So we are building same like a tabletop position, but here like a for spinal strength. Once you get down to a halfway position, you're going to flip your arms so they face earth. Your head is in line with your spine, just like it was in a tabletop position. Again, hug your belly in. So keep your core strong. Bring your arms out in this position in front of you and touch the palms of your hands together. Again, feel the strength building in your shoulder and all along your spine. Okay, from here we will begin to do this breathe to movement next time. So you're going to just actually dangle down, so really loose release like so. In this position you get to just relax and hang. Bend your legs and soft spine, heavy head. Now from here come to essentially monkey pose with wide leg. So halfway lift. Sweep your arm right back out to the side, and you are going, and your breath come all the way up. Breathe in, reach up. Breathe out, come to the down. Just release and dangle down. Again, breathe in, come up with the straight spine. Arms all the way up overhead. This time as you breathe out, you're going to take your hand center and just take a little squat. So this time breathe out like this. All right, like the next time we go like a squat, little squat, not too much, and the last time like gentle. Come calm down. All right, so keep your right foot wide, right where it is, slight angle off to the edge of your mat, with your hands either on your block or on the floor. Step your left foot straight out behind you and release your knee down on the floor. So this is going to be nice release. It's a good hip opening stretch, and it's release for your lower back as well. You got a nice wide legs, so room for your belly here. Again, utilize those blocks if it's more comfortable, and any kind of prop. If you have some space and your hips are feeling open, you can come down to your onto your forearm, extend the crown of your head forward. Toes can be tucked or flat, and enjoy finding gentle movement here. Don't judge yourself here. Take the opportunity to feel around in your body. This is a great stretch, feel it. Come to onto your hand, tuck your toes under again, lift your knee, bring your left foot to the same position as your right foot. So you are in a deep squat. So toes point out, knees are wide. If you do need support, feel free to take support. In prenatal yoga, your body is different than normally. It's so you have to be very mindful of what's happening here, where you are, what's comfortable, what is not comfortable. I'm doing some side to side movement here. You have to listen your body, so make adjustment and modification here. If you had a regular yoga practice before to becoming pregnant, it is going to look different now. So just embrace where you are right now. Embrace. This stretch is obviously great for opening up your hips. Take another breath here. Okay, we are going to take the stretch on the other side. Again, keep your left foot where it is, and now the right foot goes back. Knees come down on the floor. Again, toe tuck or flat, whatever you prefer. Right block forearm. Find some movement. Last breath here. Okay, from here we are going to move into some heat building posture, some strength building posture. So again, listen to your body. Make modification that works for your pregnant body right now. So here you can do like same things before we did, like this, or you can do like plank pose to build some strength. So walk your left foot back. Okay, here forearm needed to be parallel to one another on your, or you can make it triangle shape, like like this or like this. If you are prefer, take your knee down on your mat. I'm already did it. So we are going to hold for another breath here. Now here option from this position to walk your hands one at a time up to plank position. So I'm going to do this type of plank, not okay. Breathe here. In this position to walk your hands one at a time up to plank position and back to downward facing dog. Take a full breath in and out through your nose. Walk your right foot between your hands. Make any modification to make room for your belly here. We are going to come up to crescent lunge pose. So lift your arms up overhead. You can do like put your knee back, left knee to the mat. It's up to you. Okay. So your arm over your shoulder and take a 3 breaths in and out through your nose here. I'm doing through my mouth. I build a lot of heat here. Last breath. Okay, we are going to add some movement here, so I'm going this way. So dip your knee down, little cactus your arm. Opening like, you know, like okay, come down, come all the way back up, release your left heel to your mat and come into the warrior 2 position. So here. Breathing in and out through your nose. Steady gaze, breathe in what you want. Let go of what you don't. Just feeling the strength in your legs. Drawing your belly button back. So here, with some movement, breathing, straighten your legs. Connect the palms of your hands, breathe out, sink down. Just 3 times, like, oops. Breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Come up to 5-pointed star position. Okay. Okay, start position. Again, toes out, arms up, and then come into a squat. Hands to the heart center, hold here. Draw your pelvic floor up and in. This is called maybe Mula Bandha, something. Draw your knees out toward your pinky toes. Breathe in, arms up overhead. And then as you breathe out, come into the goddess pose. the this is a perfect pose for prenatal yoga. So, ooh, that's a lot of energy built here, strengthening your leg. So, feel the energy here between your palms, strengthening your legs. Just one more breath here. In this goddess pose, just embrace with what means to you carrying your baby, being strong, being healthy, being connected. Okay, breathe in and back to 5-pointed star position. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, sink here again. Last time. Come to the warrior 2 position. And reverse warrior. Step back down, dog. Okay. I'm doing baby step here. Focusing. Okay. Just take some deep breath here. In and out. Feel the heat in your body. I'm already feeling the heat. Staying strong, staying active, staying flexible. Okay, now step your left foot forward for low lunge. Here, crescent lunge. Lift your arms up overhead. So this is a balancing posture. Ooh. This is really good to work on your balance, keeping that back heel lifted. 3 breaths here like we did before, like. So here for inhale, we are going to add some movement. Knee down, and exhale, knee down. Cactus your arm just 3 times. Same that we did in our last pose. Come to the downward dog position here. Exhale, warrior 2. Okay. Is in line with your middle toes here. Five-pointed star. Take your heels behind your toes. This is a optional pose. So let's see. You can do like your hips and your hips and your upper torso here. Standing straddle splits. I really enjoy this inversion right now. I'm not tired. Your head below your heart. Slow your breathing down. Stretching and strengthening through the backs and front of your legs, and exhale here. Come up to the halfway lift. This will be another good one for your hips and your inner thigh, like halfway lift. So here, like the same way I did like a warrior 1 and 2. So I'm not gonna do it again. So now let's do some balancing. So here you can use a chair, block, any kind of prop for more balancing pose. So step your right foot between your hands, come to crescent lunge. So here, step your right foot between your hand. Okay, come up to crescent lunge. So reaching your arms up overhead and let's balance in an airplane pose. So it's like this. No, this, yes. So stepping onto your right foot, reach your arms back, lift your chest. Okay. Now from airplane pose, we are going to continue to balance on our right foot, and we are going to take a hip opener. So here you can stay here, or more modification you can do standing pigeon pose, like bend your right knee and you cross your left ankle over your right knee, hands to the heart center, like not going to do it because, or I can do like this. Yeah, because it's hard enough to do right now. So okay, come all the way back up. We are going to do like a, I think we have to do other side, so balancing the other side. Maybe that way I can do it. step your left foot forward. Okay, come up to the crescent lunge and airplane pose. Take your times, hands to block, or if you have any kind of prop you can use it. Actually this is a good pose for your tricep, the backs of your arm, so squeeze them. If your arms are reaching back, this is a little too much right now for me. So here, come all the way up, cross your right ankle over your left knee, standing pigeon pose, hands to the heart center. It's a great hip opener, so go as deep as is comfortable for you, where you begin to feel this opening in your glutes, hip flexor. Alright, we're going to back to staff with us right leg bent, and then all the way to the standing splits. It's fine if you want to put your foot down on the floor on your way. So here, hands to the block or hands to the floor or hands to the ankle, but toes point toward the hand. Point down, heels in line with the toes. Okay. Step your right foot back. Step your left foot back. So like downward facing dog. Do some gentle movement here if you want. So here we are going to be our last heat building pose. This is so good for everybody. So you can walk your hand back toward your feet. So we are going to like Caroline pose, that deep squat. You know, feet wide. Sink your hips down again, like sit on block if you would like. This is really heat building pose. So this is strength and heat building in addition to this great stretch. So keep your elbow connected to your knee, keep your thumb connected to your sternum, and just lift and lower your hip. Hug your baby in, hug your belly in. This is so good for your hip flexor during pregnancy. You have a new awesome hormone called relaxing in your body, so it does relax purposefully your ligament and tendon and all of those things. So it's so important that you keep them strong as well as flexible. I'm looking funny. Okay, last. Okay, come all the way back down and place your hands on the floor blocks, whatever, and then come up with wide leg. Okay. You can take your heels back behind your toes and just take your hips side to side. Okay. release any tension. It's a good one. Or place your hands on your hips and then come all the way up to a standing position. Take your toes back out that slight angle and make some circle. With your hip should feel good. Okay, so we can do like both directions 5 times. Okay, last standing posture. This is my favorite one. One of the gate pose, and the other is a tree pose. So the most grounding of all balancing posture. So let's practice tree pose here. So again, your left foot, bring your right foot either to your ankle. I go with one-sided because I'm more stable here. You can put here, calf, or your here. Your balance is different here. Your center of gravity has shifted. This is such a great one to practice building strength and stability in your grounded leg. You're building focus here. Come back to the standing position. Shake it out and do for the other side. I'm not sure I can do this side, but let's try it here. It's more comfortable here. So come to the standing position. Come down on the floor. Okay. So for here, we are going to do some bridge pose. I'm not sure about the bridge pose because I have to guide my back and I'm lifted. So lay down onto the floor. If you have a block, grab it and bring it with you, or use any other prop for supported bridge position. So put it into the lower back position, hands to the side or on the leg or on chest, whatever you feel comfortable. Take a few rounds of breathing here. Just relax. Just feel your body. Just feel your belly. Just feel your attachment with the baby. Release your prop here. And happy baby position. I'm not able to bring very close to legs to the chest, so whatever comfortable position you can do, just roll over side to side. Come to the spine position here. Oh, and for in pregnancy, I heard like people say like roll over to your left side. Use your left hand as a cushion. Touch your belly. Okay, so here connect to your amazing body and just acknowledge here in this moment the commitment that you have made to yourself and to your baby by staying active, staying connected, staying grounded, staying balanced, staying strong. Just settle into your positions. And you can let go of your breath and just relax here. Whenever you are ready, come to the seated position. Hands to the heart center or on the leg. Do some collective breathing down with the Om exhalation, like deep inhale and exhale through Om sound. Bend your hands to the heart center of your forehead. Namaste. Thank you.